Hello everyone and welcome to this video presentation. In this video presentation, we have a work order which requires us to install Windows 10 on a new computer. And these are the specifications for that installation. So the computer name has to be PC3-Win10. We are going to use 1 gigabyte of RAM, 32 gigabyte of hard disk space. The username will be admin, password will be password01 with capital P, and the time zone will be Eastern Time, US and Canada. So on our Oracle VirtualBox Manager, we will create a new virtual machine. We will give it the name that is required here. So it's PC3-Win10. We make sure that the type is Microsoft Windows 10 64-bit. We go next. For the RAM, we need to put it 1 GB, but for the purpose of this video, to make it faster, and since I have enough RAM on my host computer, I will make it 4 GB, but you have to put it 1 GB. For the hard disk space, we'll see on the next step. We will create a hard disk. We will be using VDI, which is the default for VirtualBox, and always dynamically allocated. And the size, we needed 32 GB, so I can here type 32 GB. So now that machine is created, I go to the settings and I fine tune some settings. So in the system here, I can uncheck the floppy disk. In the display, make sure it's under 128. In the storage, I have to insert my installation CD in the optical drive. So I select the optical drive here, and on the right side, I click on that, click on choose a disk file, go download or insert my Windows 10 installation media. In the audio, in my case, I uncheck the audio, but you can keep it on if you want to. The network, we will keep it NAT unless otherwise specified. The rest of the parameters, we don't need to change anything. We click OK and we start our virtual machine. I can minimize this one, minimize that one. So the computer, the virtual machine will start, and automatically it detects that it has an installation media in the optical drive, so it boots from that installation media. So the default language and time and currency format and keyboard are for English US, all of them. We can keep the default unless we want to change the keyboard maybe for a different keyboard, like French keyboard or French multilingual, or but in our labs here, we will be using English US keyboard. So click on next and click on install now. So on the first screen that appears, it's the license terms. I have to click on the I accept the license terms and click on next. For the installation type, if we are upgrading from Windows 7 or Windows 8, we can use the upgrade. But in our case, we are not upgrading an existing operating system. We are installing a new operating system on this computer. So we'll use the custom install Windows only or advanced. The hard disk that we have is a 32 gigabyte hard disk space with unallocated space. The whole disk is unallocated space. This is the disk that we will be using to install on it. We click on next, and then the installation will start. It will start copying the files from the optical drive to the hard disk, and then it will start the installation. So this will take some time. I will be fast forwarding the video, and then we will continue. So now the computer will restart for the first time. And at that time, I don't need the DVD anymore, so I can eject the DVD. So I will wait until it stops and trying to restart. So I click on restart now here, and I can eject the installation media. So it does not give me the message on top saying press any key to boot from CD or DVD. So on that screen here, I can use the Express setting, or I can customize the setting if I want to. But in our lab, we don't need to do that. We can use Express setting. So it's almost finished the installation. So now on this message here, we need to create a local account. We don't want to join Azure Active Directory. We want to use a local account. So we'll be using a local. We're going to choose this option here, and we go next. Here we have to put our username. If we go back to our work order, so who's going to use this computer is the name is admin. So we put admin here. The password is password 01 capital P. Start it. And the hint, I'll put PWD and go next. So now we finished this installation section. So after the installation, we have post-installation tasks that we need to do. In Windows 10, it's different than the previous operating systems that it does not ask you for a computer name during the setup. So here we need to set the computer name as PC3-Win10. We see that in VirtualBox, we named it when we were creating the machine. So we named it in VirtualBox, but inside the operating system, it has a randomly created name that we need to change. To do that, I will right click on the start button and I will go to system, and you'll see that the name is generated randomly during the setup, and I need to change that to be PC3-Win10. So I see that the name is desktop-something. This is not the right name. I click on change settings. And here, it's not in this field that I should put the name. This is the just description. I need to go on this section here to rename this computer or to change its domain or work group. Click on change. That's what we need to do. And the name here will be PC3-Win7, Win10. So that's the name that we want. Of course, when we rename a computer, it needs to restart for the changes to take effect. So when we click on close, it will ask us to restart. So I'll click on restart now. Okay, so now that the computer name is set, the username we already created with the password, it's just we need to verify that the time zone is set properly. So I'll right click here on the date and time, and I'll click on adjust date and time. Here in the time zone, I can see that it's on Pacific time, US and Canada. I need to change it to Eastern time, US and Canada. And the last thing I need to do, I need to insert the guest edition and install the guest edition software. So I will insert the guest edition here, run the software, follow the wizard, accept all the defaults, and then at the end I will reboot the virtual machine, and this installation would be finished. So in this lab here, we have to take a screenshot of the system page showing that the computer name was renamed to PC3-Win10. So we can do that after we restart the computer. We take a screenshot and we paste it here. That concludes this video presentation. See you on the next video.